Alright, okay, name's Gavin. I'm just doing a bit of a video on behalf of Australian Home Brewing. They've asked me to do a bit of a beer testing for them, and that's great because it's about beer, so we all love that, don't we? So anyway, look, this is me. This is my brew area. As you can see, it's sort of it's semi-outdoors. It's enclosed. It's an outdoor kitchen area. This is the area that I'm going to be using in the future. Not quite finished yet, but that's fine. I'll struggle through with it on this, and maybe next time I'm shooting a video, it'll be all finished, and I'll have an actual sink and such, and we'll be good to go then. But look, this is me, just fermenter, heat pad, little portable gas stove there, my jug. Basically, that's all anybody needs to get things done in a brewing area. All you have to make sure is that everything is clean and there's no outside elements involved with it. Okay, now look, what I've got here today is Australian Home Brewing has overnighted me my product via Fastway Couriers. Okay, that's come to me overnight, and we're going to do a Black Rock Golden Ale. Okay, and we're going to make it into a dry dock golden ale, they're calling it. We're going to use some, that, and we're going to put some bit of extra blonde malt in there. We've got a couple of big lots of Cascade hops. That'll add to the Nelson Sauvin that's in the golden ale there, and we all love that stuff. I tried the Nelson Sauvin for the first time the other day, and in an IPA, and it was really nice. I quite enjoyed it. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. Okay, and we'll get to that shortly. Just a little bit more about myself. What I've brewed in the past is I've done standard beers like your Carlton Draft and your Carlton Colds. And then one day I decided if I was going to be making beer, I was making something that was good. Since then I've been making a lot of ales, a lot of European ales. I've done the Duvels, I've done the Leffes, the Chimay, and I've spent a lot of time drinking those, and they're quite good, aren't they, Eddie? He's Eddie, our cameraman, who's nodding his head vigorously, says yes. He's spent quite a bit of time drinking my beer. He seems to always be there for it whenever it's ready, which is, oh well, can't drink it by myself anyway. So anyway, that's what I've been brewing. Now this is more recently I have been acclimatising my taste buds to the IPAs, getting myself ready for hops and such like that. Haven't been a big fan of them until recently, but they're really starting to kick in now. I think I'm really going to enjoy this golden ale because there are plenty of hops in it, but not quite as much as what are in your American pale ales. I think we're going to really enjoy how this ends up with the Nelson Sauvins in the background and the Cascades over the top. So we'll I'll just get a few more things ready, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just got my Cascade golden ale and my extra malt. I've got them in some hot water for a few minutes, and we're just softening up the extract so that when we go to open them up, it slides right out clean to the fermenter, and I only have to scrape it just a little bit just to get the remainder off the edges there. Okay, so they've been in there for a couple of minutes now. We'll give them a few more, and then into that fermenter. That's going right out with my scraper. Here we go, and we'll just what's left with the container. Smell that malty goodness. Okay, actually we'll leave that in there for now. And when we tip some hot water in there, that'll rinse that clean off. Yum. Turn that on, straight around, and bam. Off we go. Get that on the boil. Put that on there for a couple of minutes, and then we'll start our hopping schedule. Okay? We'll bring that to the boil, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. What are you doing now?
It's taking in the scenery, mate.
Alright, this is my old work area. As you can see, I've got my bottle tree there from Australian Home Brewing. Hold some, I don't know, about 70 odd bottles. I think I've got the extra layer on top there. Another fermenter there. It's my next brew. Sort of waiting my some time to get it on, basically. Okay, now this area was just a bit too small for me, so I've gone and built myself an outdoor kitchen. You've got to love just being able to do shit like that. Right, and that's about it really. That's my old brewing area. I've got my storage area here with what have I got going down there? I've got a Newcastle Brown that I've done. Up here I've got a Leffe. Up here I've got a Bohemian Pilsner. So that one's almost ready. Another couple of weeks and we should be right there. Now I use bottles for everything that I do. I haven't installed a keg system as yet, but I am thinking fairly seriously about doing so. Just for the fact that once you keg it, a week later it's ready to drink. So I want to cut down the 4-week period that you have to do when you're bottling. So yeah, so that's me. That's my old brew area, and this is why I'm building another one. So we duck through this way here. Come with me, show you. This is my new area. As you can see, I've got a brew half underway there. So we're just waiting on this water to boil for our black rock gold now. Get that dog out of here. That water still hasn't boiled yet. Once it does, we're going to throw 15 grams of hops and let them leave them on the boil for 10 minutes, I believe it is. I just have to check the recipe on that. But yeah, we'll put them hops on there and then we'll get them into the fermenter and we'll move on from there. Turn that off, Ed.
Action.
Oh, we are? No, right. Well, I'm busy. Alright, now this is our first hopping rotation here. We've got what we're going to do, nice and simple. They've been steeping for about 10 minutes after being on the boil. Okay, so all the oils and all the goodness has come out of those hops, but there's also a lot of sediment down there, so we want to filter that out. We'll tip that straight into the fermenter, which has got our extract in the bottom of it. Pour that through the strainer there, and get all the good stuff out. The more crap we leave in the bottom of that, the better. Okay. Get that going into there. Move my beer out of the way. I don't want to get any drips of hops into this. I'm just ruining it. Okay. Alright, so there's that done. Here we are. What I've got here, it's still on the same day. We've just brewed this mix. I'm just about to tell you about the dry hopping, which I've mentioned before. Now all I'm going to do in 2 days, this beer's just been put in the fermenter. I've got it on the heat pad down there. I've got the blanket wrapped around it, so it'll be warming up to a nice snug, hopefully between 20 and 25 degrees. Even though we are fairly outside here, we can still control our temperature fairly easily with that. But, in 2 days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hops that are in this packet here, I'm going to drop them into this little tea bag, tie off the end, I'm going to take the lid off my fermenter, and I'm just going to drop the hops into it, and that's it. That's dry hopping. Put the lid back on, and let it get back up to temperature again, let all that yeasty goodness get to work and blow everything away. And adding this 15 grams of hops on the end should really turn this into a golden ale, in the sense that it'll be quite hoppy, like along the lines of an American ale, perhaps, something like that. So an American pale ale with regards to the hop schedule anyway. So we'll do that in a couple of days, but look, you won't hear from me again until we're at the bottling stage. So I'll talk to you then. See you later. Alright guys, well here we are for the dry dock golden ale. I'm down in the shed because the missus has banned me from having stubbies today. I don't know. Look, they just don't understand. So anyway, I'm going to open up to these knees apparently, but no, this is the dry dock golden ale. We've got the Nelson Sauvin Hops. Oh, I can smell them in the nose
really nice. You know, we'll give it a pour and we'll see how we go. Slow pour for home brew. Oh, look at that colour. It's definitely a golden ale. I mean, even in the head you can see the golden colour coming through there. Stop that before the sediment gets in there. Now, I don't know whether you can see that there, but a lot of activity with the bubbles going off. Loving it. It's a nice ale there. I'm sure you can see the White Rabbit logo on the front of the glass though. A little bit of fruity flavour. Love those Nelson Sauvins. Brilliant. Anyway, okay, I have a grading system for my beers. Quite simple. There's 3 levels, variations of each. There's crap, beer that you can't even finish a full stubby of. Okay? And there's a good session beer, a beer that, you know, mediocre on all the palate, across the palate, you know, it's not heavy. It's not heavy in fruity flavours or malty flavours or anything like that. And then I have just a beer that you can have, you know, 2 or 3 stubbies of, and you know it's got that much flavour in it that you don't want to overdo it. And yeah, so anyway, that's my measuring scale. Looking at that, good body. Love those Nelson Sauvins. You can really taste them in this. That golden ale, Black Rock golden ale that we used in there. Look, that honestly, I've got to say that's going to be a cross between a session beer and a good beer. That's I reckon I could have 3 or 4 of those, but I don't reckon I could sit around drinking it all afternoon. It'd probably be a bit heavy on the palate after a while because it has got a fair bit of flavour in it. So yeah, anyway, that's the Black Rock, the Dry Dock Golden Ale tasting that's taken about 3 months now. So I'll pass this on to the boys at Australian Home Brewing and we'll see whether they can do anything, because I reckon they've done pretty bloody well with this brew. That tastes damn good. Cheerio, guys.